Welcome back to episode 28 of the Block Runner podcast. I'm your host, William. As always, here with iMan.
What up?
And, of course, today we brought back our developer, Oscar, a.k.a. Corv, on the Discord.
Damn.
Hello,
Corv.
hello.
Have you ever introduced him as Corv? I don't think so. That's the first time.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Where-
I
what
think
is
you
that?
did last time?
No, but you mentioned it, so...
What is that? Oh, that's the name of your studio.
Yeah,
Corv.
it's the game studio that I have.
Yeah, Corv Studios.
What's Corv mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It was just
Tell him the story.
an alias name. What story do you remember?
I think I remember...
There's a story?
I thought it came from The Fifth Element.
Yeah. I remember talking about that was
Yeah.
a long time
Or
ago.
actually, it came from the what's that movie with the werewolves and
Twilight?
No, not that lame. But the one with the girl that has like a superpowers.
Blade?
And yeah, it's similar to Blade.
No.
It's similar to Blade. And it has a whole world.
It's like Underworld, right?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Underworld?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's a badass movie.
Yeah.
Talking about the Lycans, right?
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one.
Exactly.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
The other ones suck, though.
I think I did see the
There's like
second one.
3 other ones.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a character named Corvinius.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like that. So
Is that the
but
dude?
my alias was like Corvin X.
yeah.
Like Jason X.
yeah.
But then for
The DCO.
business, for the game business, I actually just cut it to Corv Studios.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
People think it's Corvette, but no.
No, it's not.
It didn't
Definitely
come.
not.
It didn't come from Corvette.
Corvette.
Oh, and then I was thinking, like, should I call it Tess?
Tess.
Tesla?
Yeah, it's always hard to think of a name, dude. That's like the hardest
It is.
fucking thing of anything.
You have
man.
like several names. You got like several Discord names.
Well, it's because I'm a gamer.
And then you
all
signed up-
gamers have tons of names.
You signed up on the web app with like some other
What the?
weird display name.
I think it's like
Oh yeah,
Lollipops or
Scatman.
those like little lots.
Yeah.
Instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
big lots, I'm like little lots because I don't have very big parcels. I'm like a small lot kind of guy.
Yeah.
No wonder that's where it came from.
Little lots, dude.
So today we wanted to update everybody on our progress with the game jam, and as you can see, we've made small adjustments to the website, but more importantly, we made more adjustments to the MetaZone app. So if you click on the top right of the website, you get into the MetaZone app, and we got a small update with the logo. We got some GIFs going on, and we have the homepage of the MetaZone app, which showcases all the metas,
So far.
aka content that goes onto your land,
Yeah.
already kind of showing up here. So we want everybody to add to this kind of ecosystem, because what we do is we make it easy for landowners to deploy content to their land instead of going through and deploying source code. And
Like, would you do it today? You have to like meet somebody online.
basically,
You have to like talk to him. Like, hey man, I got an idea.
You have
like,
to meet in the digital alley.
yeah,
Yeah, you have to like pitch to a developer, like, bro, I got
Try to-
this brilliant idea, and like
try to
as a
convince
developer, you probably get that like all day, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You're like fucking A. It's like it's like all these people like, dude, I got this brilliant idea for an app.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And it's like, and then they lay out like a fucking napkin blueprint of
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
it is, and then they're like, but I have no money, right? It's like, you want to do it?
You
We'll
shoulda-
split
You
50-50.
should have mentioned that from the beginning.
yeah.
But that's how it is, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's
And so this
it's a
kind of
lot
like seamlessly binds those two worlds, like I guess for
Yeah, I mean, especially in this case, do you want to go through like the process of, like, let's say MetaZone didn't exist, and iMan wanted to deploy the block runner on his land? What would he have to do? Like, what would your communications be like?
Like if I was a developer and I turned in this block runner that he purchased, meaning like he
Yeah,
paid
let's
me
say-
to program this game idea that he had.
Well, no, let's go after that. So it's done. iMan wants the block runner on his land.
like I went to this site.
No, without going to the site.
Oh.
So we want to understand the two different realities that
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
exist versus the one that currently exists.
Well, yeah, I would do nothing because I have no skill.
Right, but that's the question: is
Yeah.
what it's your land, right? You
Yeah,
control
yeah.
it. You decide what's deployed on your land.
Yeah.
So what information does iMan need to know in order to deploy the block runner on his land?
So if I just send him the code and he's going to be deploying, because that's what you would need. If he's physically deploying it or digitally deploying it, then yeah, he would need to have the source code, and that source code is what's getting processed to be installed onto the land.
Okay, so okay, so then you guys have a conversation, say I like the block runner, and there's some kind of transaction, and then you send him the source code, which he could potentially give to everybody.
You can modify.
What's the source code? It's literally like just copy and paste something like
Files.
It's just a file.
It's the written code by the programmer. So yeah,
It has everything in it.
Yeah, it has everything in it.
And what do I do with it once he gives it to me?
So then what does he do with these files?
Then he has to like open the command line
Nope.
terminal.
You lost me already, dude. I'm out.
Then run some commands on those files, and then he would be and run one more command, and he deploys it. Then he has to sign it with his MetaMask account, and then it's deployed. So
so basically,
and then he also has to modify the scene.json file to be his land. So maybe he has 3 lands. Maybe he wants to deploy it to all 3 of those. And with the source code, you could. So you just modify the scene.json file.
So basically, he gets these files. He puts them somewhere on his computer, and then he goes to this command.
It's kind of like
command line,
it's kind of like
prompt terminal.
It's like,
a terminal.
It's like going to Fiverr and having somebody make a logo for me. They send me that file, like
the
editable file.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Like, you could put it into like whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So you can adjust
Illustrator.
The size of it. Yeah, that's usually what happens when I.
Yeah,
I've done that a few
times.
times.
It makes sense that if let's say he contracted a developer to create something for him, he does want the source code. Meaning he doesn't want the developer to do everything like the install process to the land. Because the next time I have an additional idea. Well, now you got to pay this programmer, just to move it like left a couple spaces. Even if you want to do that.
I see. So basically, he runs this command line. He executes this command on the files on his computer, and then modifies the scene code in order to maybe adjust the location or
if he wants to deploy it to 3 different ones, then he needs 3 different scene.json files, but he can just modify it like 3 different times and deploy it. But what I'm saying is
how would I know how to do that though?
It's all in the documentation, like
for DCL.
You'd have to read up on it and like learn the deploy process.
I have to really, really want to do this.
The huge point is that every time you want to move, like if that developer that you paid deployed it for you, I'll do it for you, no problem. Well, now you don't have the source code, and anytime that you want to modify or just move it, place it in a slightly different location, maybe you want to rotate it 90 degrees, and you would have to pay that person to deploy it again.
Or what if I have a 2x2 and then I bought 3 other 2x2s adjacent to me, and all of a sudden I got a
4x4
or an 8x8 or something?
Yeah,
I could just like blow up the game to fit over all those parcels. Like, could I do that?
Yeah, you could.
There you go. Insane. Because you always gotta prepare for the future, right?
So let's talk about like the benefits of being able to control the source code. So essentially, once you have the source code, it's yours.
Yeah, you have the raw building blocks too.
So if you were a coder, you can modify the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or if you knew a coder, they can modify it.
Yeah.
So, but now.
And the biggest thing is the time delay. So you have to tell this person to rotate it 90 degrees.
Yeah.
They have to like understand what you meant.
Yeah.
So maybe it was 90 degrees the other way, and he thought it was 90 degrees forward. Whatever.
So would you expect everybody in Decentraland, all the landowners, is this like a basic knowledge?
Hell no.
Nah,
I'll answer for you.
This is definitely advanced.
Okay.
And let's say you create the source code to the block runner, which you did, and I have it, but you like disappeared or something. Could some other programmer or coder alter it for me, like instead of you?
Yeah.
Would it be easy for them to read, or would it be like, what the fuck is this?
It's pretty straightforward. We're gonna open up our APIs, and it's pretty straightforward to read through.
Yeah.
So
it's not like it doesn't have like your own like flair.
Spin on
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck did you do here? Nothing like that. It's all pretty like straightforward.
If you code it wrong, then it could be like that.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming I code things cleanly, so
okay.
So it's readable.
Gotcha.
Straightforward.
Okay, so it's universal language then.
Yeah, the other programmer can get up and running pretty quick and
cool.
Modify it.
That's good. That's really good.
So yeah, that's why that source code is valid. But the time, like, let me, on Friday I'll deploy it because I'm so busy, like as a developer.
Yeah,
like
I mean, and we sort of seen
and
that.
all you want to do is rotate it 90 degrees. Like, gosh, like
and we've sort of seen that with like district leaders. Like they give out zones, and well, not necessarily give them out, but they allow other people to build on those zones.
Yeah.
The problem is the guy who owns the entire district or has the private keys for that entire district. You have to send them the source code to your creation, and they have to deploy it whenever they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And so the time delay for that, and then there's could be cost implications for doing that because this guy, he's got other stuff to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pay him.
Yeah.
And so that didn't really make sense. And so this is a side point, but DCL needs to create a way to segment the zones on a district
Mm-hmm.
to allow other people to deploy their own creations in a zone without having to involve the district leader.
See, that's the problem. Whenever I first heard about these districts, I always wondered, like, who the fuck owns these things? Because they're massive amounts of land.
They're massive.
They're huge.
Thousands of parcels.
Yeah, and like how the hell did they get the rights to this thing? Did they really pay millions of dollars for this land?
Well,
I don't think so.
I think we might have missed this situation that occurred in DCO where
like they launched.
They not only launched, but they had like a voting event on what they should do with this so much land.
Yeah.
And so there was like a contribution phase where people contributed parcels, and
They probably just like split it up. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what? It's like you're in charge. They're probably like prevalent community members, I guess.
yeah.
So they're like, hopefully within a couple of years you figure it out.
Yeah, not only
Assemble a
that,
team.
and so the incentive was that you would get a dividend for
yeah, I forgot about that.
for owning a piece of land within a district that deploys something
Yeah.
large, something worthy of visiting.
yeah.
And but I haven't seen a whole lot of places that require payment and so forth to
Not yet.
yeah,
kind of
true.
Like I said, let's
Enjoy
reserve
it.
let's
And
reserve
just to-
judgment.
No, I know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying like
You haven't seen it yet.
And just to be clear, I think there was some clarification whenever we ran into that issue with the district situation, is that I think you can't, like, it does have that capability that we were talking about.
that we need.
Supposedly it does, but yeah, some district leaders might not know how it works.
Oh, I see.
So
Well, I mean, I talked to one of the admins and they said that they're working on that. And
okay,
so maybe it's there, but it's not functional.
yeah, not exactly what we need. Yeah, could be.
Because they've kind of thought about this whole thing. Like a district is really large. You can't really expect a group of developers to just build out the whole district.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they hired somebody for the Genesis Plaza and all the other plazas around. They have like certain themes,
Yeah.
and so they hired somebody to build out a theme based on like medieval theme, magic theme, and so forth. And they've been pretty successful, but there's not a whole lot of interaction there.
Exactly.
Not doesn't really mean anything. There's not supposed to be an interaction in a plaza. You spawn there and then you leave.
And
It could be. Why not?
There's a lot of details to these. Like, I hire somebody to create something for me
Yeah.
because I used to program. I used to be a freelance software engineer. I have never worked for an actual company.
Yeah.
I think once for maybe like 30 days. But after that moment,
That brain fart.
Tell me about that. Why? How come you only lasted 30 days in that environment?
well, I ended up requesting so it was 30-day trial, and they paid me a certain amount during those 30 days, and whenever that ended, they were going to renegotiate, and they renegotiated lower, which is kind of odd, and I renegotiated way higher, almost like double what they were paying me for that trial period.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't afford me, and it made sense, so that's why I walked away, and I ended up doing full-time
Consulting.
consulting.
Yeah.
So, but what I wanted to mention is that there's a lot of money in consulting. There's like shit tons.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What is consulting exactly? Like, if
Like
somebody
you're-
wanted
you're-
to create
you're-
something.
Basically, you're an expert on something,
Yeah.
and they need your expertise.
yeah. So just like the programming request that you made for the block runner, and I'm that developer. Well, that's consulting. You're consulting me to create that for you.
But you actually have, you're not just giving them
And I
tips, you're
figure-
actually programming.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
whatever I want. I mean, I can go get like people in overseas to create it,
Yeah.
and then just sell it back to
Like,
you.
yeah, basically, this project he sells to you is, let's say, $10,000.
Yeah.
So he takes your half of your deposit, and then he goes to like India and has it built by engineers in India.
yeah.
And so for maybe $500, and then so he delivers that project for you, and then you deliver the remaining half of the project, which is another $5,000. You got your game. He basically engineered the whole thing, had somebody else build it,
Yeah.
and it only cost him $500.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's more to the story, because after you deliver it back to the person that bought it, so like anytime you need to modify something, you have to pay that consultant again, or you can find somebody else to like learn how to do it and learn the code and then modify it. But that usually doesn't happen. So what ends up happening is that these consultants, like, that's what they live off of, not that initial purchase. It's all the maintenance and upgrades and updates,
like the servicing
that code requires.
Yeah.
So there's a big incentive for
give you like something minor.
Yeah.
Like a tiny little bug that takes you like 2 minutes to fix, but you charge like an hour.
Yeah. At least.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
10 hours.
You're going to see this a whole lot in Decentraland.
It's more like it.
Yeah, you're going to see this a lot in Decentraland because they keep updating the game. Any update could break your game. And if once it's broken, then you got to contact Oscar and say, look, my game's broken. I need you to fix it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's a 20-hour project.
Oof.
And that's kind of what happened with Battle Racers. I'm not saying that they paid, or I don't know we don't know their situation, but
well, we were talking about that.
You know,
I think I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but I think Battle Racers has a main game outside of DCL, but there's a version of that main game in DCL that does what it does. But I'm thinking because they have NFTs, I'm sure they have this whole ecosystem, brewing.
Yeah.
But DCL is just like a small like slice.
Yeah.
Of an implementation of their game.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
But the Decentraland updates broke, a lot of the functionality.
That's right. Yeah, I mean,
so
we used to jump
if
like
they did pay engineers, then it would be pretty pricey to.
In DCL, we used to jump 2 to 3 times higher than we do now, which messed up our game.
Yeah, and I had to update it.
And then you had to update it, yeah.
So, any little thing that Decentraland does, like it makes a huge impact in terms of cost.
For everybody else.
For everybody, yeah. That's why DCL has a responsibility of informing their developers. It's like, hey, this is coming. You better get it ready.
Yeah. This is about to break.
Yeah.
Like, you better be prepared.
Yeah, because if they do an update that breaks things without the developers knowing, like they have a right to get angry.
Yeah, running an operation like Decentraland, it takes a lot of polish in terms of every little thing that moves digital.
Yeah,
like needs to have a process behind it. And whenever you're creating a company like that, if they're an organization or a company, then they need to have all these processes in place. So Decentraland is still learning those processes, and that's why us developers don't exactly know when something is about to be modified and when it is modified and how detailed that modification is, and all these things are missing holes.
And so they have a roadmap.
Organization.
Is that roadmap helpful for you, or have they?
It's
just broad. Like a very.
It's like super duper
broad strokes.
Broad.
Yeah.
Like there's no details in those future additions.
Okay.
And their Decentraland, I don't know what their mindset is overall as an organization. But it should definitely be tools for developers. Okay,
so to further go down this rabbit hole, would you, Oscar, expect the average person to say, hey, I want the block runner, and would you expect the average person to be able to deploy this on their own, like with less steps and all that? Like, is this a reasonable expectation, like for long term?
It's not, but it's for some people they do have the time, because there's a really cool apartment, right? House that was created by somebody. And
Peter D.
And
let's see if I can find him.
Yeah, pull it up.
Let's plug them.
Let's feature these.
Planet VR, right?
Pros.
I think is what it's called.
Yeah, it's Planet VR. So let me go to dclplazas.com.
Yeah, that too.
This is a non-sponsored video, by the way.
Nothing sponsored.
You're welcome, guys.
But yeah, the ecosystem's growing though, for sure. I think like a couple weeks ago, there's only like 5 games. Now we're up to what, 8?
Yeah, 8 games.
Not bad.
8 on this list.
Yeah,
those are the known 8. Like there's probably plenty more out there.
Oh, there it is. Planet VR.
No, but that wasn't it. That wasn't the one, right?
They have more than one.
I think. Oh, it's PVR show.
Oh, there you go.
This is the newest one.
Plenty
so
to talk about.
you wouldn't expect somebody to be able to deploy this, or you could see obviously we see an easier way to deploy stuff, right? That's why we did the app. But
time is everything. So if we can cut the time for an owner to deploy something onto their empty land, even if it has something on it,
I don't even think
that's the value.
It's not even so much time. It's just like the intimidation factor. Like,
yeah,
it's intimidating, man. Like, if you're a landowner, you're like, what the fuck? This whole process you guys are talking about. You guys make it seem like it's so easy and shit, but it's not. To the layman, you know what I mean? So it's intimidating to the point where you don't even want to do anything. You just kind of sit back and wait.
Yeah, wait.
And then, like, let everyone else do everything.
Sell the property eventually.
Yeah, but if you make it look
and that's
easy,
where an owner can get taken advantage of. Like they might
it's true.
Like they have, just because they're intimidated, they are losing some. So they're leaving money on the table by not deploying at least something and then selling it.
Because I mean it's imagine how much more money you would have to spend, like you said, to hire a developer. First of all, you might not even know this motherfucker. You might not trust him. He could totally just run off with your funds.
Yeah,
there's that factor. There's he could just create a shit product for you no matter how much money you paid for him. You're like, fuck, now I'm stuck with this dumpster fire.
Which happens a lot.
All the time,
like
right?
90% of the time is that situation.
Yeah, so these are the intimidating factors I'm speaking of. So it's like, it's a huge high risk threshold you have to go through as a landowner to put any kind of content on there. So yeah, by having this really clean, easy UI app that has all the content there displayed for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tested and it all works. It all runs.
And if you needed to rotate your game or whatever, your creation by 90 degrees, you go into the app and you rotate it 90 degrees and you save it, and that's that.
All on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, this is a must, for sure. For
and
people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So the MetaZone app, in my opinion, it's inevitable. Somebody was going to do it, right? And potentially you would kind of expect DCL to do it, but they have other priorities, right? They have to make the game work. Otherwise, apps like the MetaZone app is not going to work if DCL just doesn't run.
I think they have it on their roadmap, right? It's in their 1 day section.
1 day.
Who the fuck knows when?
Hey,
a marketplace edition or something?
Decentraland, if you do have it on your roadmap, it is definitely not super clear that it was on the roadmap. Had it been on the roadmap, maybe I would have been less inclined to create it. So hopefully it's not on the roadmap, because it's a pretty detailed, I don't know, it's something that, I don't know, in my opinion, Decentraland shouldn't be. They need to create something similar, build
like a builder,
improve their builder. Yeah, they should be improving the builder, but that's what the tools for developers are for. They should. The builder is actually we can make our own builder, very similar to theirs. I think all the code is open source, but there's a lot for them to be doing other than creating these things that the community can build, because they provided the tools.
Yeah, and I think games like Second Life and World of Warcraft, they have third-party websites and community-driven applications and all that. They don't have Blizzard making these marketplaces.
Well, they're add-ons.
Right.
It's an add-on market. Yeah, that's the whole the name of it. It's called an add-on.
Not even the forums. The forums are not necessarily run by Blizzard. There are other forums.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That have World of Warcraft focus, and maybe the good percentage of the player base is on that forum, just because of the just usability, the people, friends, and all that. And so, in my opinion, this app is only going to exist in the third party. I don't think DCL has any responsibility here.
Well, and like I said, it's even if it is on their roadmap and it says someday. This shit's coming out pretty soon. We can't, the tools need to be in place, early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want, an unpopulated world. Like I said, a world full of landowners, too scared to deploy anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And then when you think about it, that's what an entrepreneur does. They identify a problem and they go and fix it.
There you go.
It's really that simple.
No.
Problem solved.
We're not cucking you, Decentraland. At the end of the day, we're trying not to cuck you guys. We're just doing our
So we were going to demonstrate
civil duties,
the map, and also demonstrate that one apartment. situation.
Yeah, I
Or
wanted
house.
to. Well, I think DCL is struggling right now. Either that or my computer needs an upgrade again.
That's been established like many episodes ago.
We should.
Are you?
We should start a GoFundMe or
I know, right?
a Patreon for,
Hell yeah.
for
Like a
revamp.
Will's new computer.
Yeah.
Are you in the game? Are you running
I'm
it?
in the game.
And it's running just fine?
I mean, it took a while for me to load too, but
Yeah.
So it might be Decentraland, kind of like.
it's
Yeah.
dude, our thing is like freaking massive, man. It
Yeah,
takes a
now that
little
we
while
added
to
the pack.
load.
Pack runner.
Yeah.
MVP. It's not even an MVP. It's like just a test build.
It's like a freaking
And it's live on Decentraland,
Yeah.
so anybody can come check it out.
Well, it's not really anything to check out yet, right? It's just walls.
I mean,
Whoa,
it's-
who's that? Oh, is that Will?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Blank.
Dude,
That's-
I think I'm still loading because this is like, oh, there you are.
Hey, you see me, right? Check me out, dude.
Yeah, somebody jacked my account. I don't know what happened with it.
So they need to implement like more like kawaii shit in this game, like super cute and gay.
Oh, yeah.
Like dancing and like emotes, like
Oh, yeah.
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
If Decentraland didn't catch that, he just walked off the ledge and it immediately, like,
Oh,
This
yeah, I can
glitch.
show that.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. It's not going to show up all that great here, but. So if I walk off this ledge.
or jump off right now.
Well,
Just to demonstrate. I don't know if you want to do both.
we'll see jumping.
Oh man, this is a lag fest.
Hey, what's
See that?
the frame rate there?
That was normal falling
10 frames per second right there.
because you jumped off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I can fall off over here.
So who knows if Decentraland will have this fixed
Oh, let
before
me get
this
out of
video
your
gets
way.
posted. But just in case it's not fixed yet,
But look,
this is a demonstration.
and then I appear on the first
Instantly.
floor.
He teleported to the first floor.
Yeah. So that's a small glitch. Now, it wasn't running this slowly, in the previous
Well, you got all
weeks.
this podcast stuff running now, and like the camera feed.
No, but
and-
even then, we were able to, display something last week.
last week,
Did
Yeah.
you just start this? Like
Yeah, maybe.
browser tab?
dude.
Yeah, I
it's-
did.
it's- I think
Oh,
it's
you
just
did?
time for an upgrade, man. Like, you just gotta bite the bullet, bro.
Yeah.
Well, how much would it cost? Like $50 a month or something?
Are we still waiting
No,
on
hell no. It's way more than that, bro.
Are you still waiting on the latest update from
Yeah.
Apple? See what it looks like?
So I mean, obviously this laptop's
Or was that
6 years old.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur, definitely in the
Yeah.
laptop world.
Yeah.
But it's only felt old ever since we discovered Decentraland. Up until now, it's like a beast computer.
I wouldn't call it a beast, dude. It doesn't even have like a decent graphics card or nothing in it, dude. Like
Well, for
gaming.
gaming, it's not a beast. for
Gaming's
sure.
always the test for beastness, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Beast?
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's time for an upgrade, brah. I don't know what. Maybe we have to sell some of our bitcoins.
All of those bitcoins that we have.
That might help.
Yeah.
People donate your bitcoins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to show. Oh yeah, look at that loading. Oh
See
damn,
me?
look at.
Dude, I'm cruising in
Dude.
this bitch. I'm chilling.
Yeah, that's why we gotta hook up yours to the video feed.
Well, yeah.
You know
we
what?
can try.
We should install a screen recorder on your laptop. Hook that up to the screen, and then
I'm in control of the gameplay.
Yeah, you're the tech dude
Yeah.
at that point.
I'm
dude, look at that.
Yeah,
Dude, that
man.
looks cool, man.
That's I made that course. And we haven't even talked about the editor yet, have we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so much to go over.
Yeah.
And
And
with this-
basically, I drew that course with
Your finger.
with my expertise
Yeah, you
3D
can-
animation.
While that's loading, you can go to that tab on MetaZone.
Oh yeah.
And I guess what you're gonna show is
So
the administrator. Well, I guess if you own this piece of content,
I'm the zone owner, right? That's what it appears like. So we're in the 2x2, so I have two lands, right? A 2x2 and a 1x1. And then you can go and click on your 2x2 and you'll see everything that's deployed on that 2x2. So we got the cyber building, the mystery egg, the block runner. We have the new graffiti wall.
which we
and-
haven't looked at yet.
which
either.
caused some drama in Decentraland.
Yeah.
a little bit.
There's a bit of confusion, and I was trying to make a joke. I
Yeah.
guess the joke wasn't that funny.
and
Yeah,
it
you're
wasn't
pretty
that
bad
clear.
at that.
It
Well-
wasn't really clear.
Someone immediately thought it was legit.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said
Recap that.
Well,
then.
once
Pull
I'll
up the
show
Twitter,
you.
right? You have it on Twitter?
No,
On Twitter?
No, it wasn't on Twitter. It
On
was on.
Discord,
It was
right?
on Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have that GIF on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's a different GIF, but that was for the Yang Gang.
Yeah.
So anyway, we put up the graffiti wall, and I'll show you what that. Let me see if I can try to show you. We put up the graffiti
Damn,
wall.
dude.
Yeah, it's still the graffiti wall is right there.
Yeah, you can
So-
see it kind of.
On the graffiti wall, I tagged hashtag Yang Gang,
Mm-hmm.
and then I took a picture of it and I put it on Discord, and I said,
Somebody fucking did this.
"Yeah, something about a hack."
yeah.
And we must have been hacked. Our place is being tagged by gang members.
Oh yeah, dude, this real gangster.
And then, yeah.
Fucking politics. Here you go. Hello, dude. Now you can show it.
So we're being tagged by gang members because, well, it must have been we've been hacked, right?
Yeah.
So I guess one of the developers chimes in and he says that this will not be possible in the future, that they can go over beyond their ownership of the land. So
because what he thought is that the land right in front of us, they just put up
yeah,
a wall there.
a wall, yeah,
And that's what he thought.
and
But
certainly
that's
not
not what
the
happened.
case.
That we actually deployed this
Yeah,
wall.
we deployed it, and it's supposed to be a
And-
place where people tag.
Yeah, an interactive creation.
Yeah.
There's actually a demo scene, like a sample code that they give you, and it's very similar to this, but ours is different. We didn't use that code.
There it is. The pixel art.
Pixel art of.
So I guess explain.
So yeah, you're saying it has to be pixel art at this point in the development.
Yeah, because the SDK doesn't allow for external images. You have to.
what do you
you
mean
have to-
external? Like somebody could actually upload like. Well, you have images on the top floor.
Yeah, so those are inside of the scene code files. Those files that I would send you as a developer.
Oh yeah.
But external image would be something outside of that scene files list. So right now that's not allowed in Decentraland SDK.
So basically, the scene cannot pull data outside from the internet.
Yeah.
It can't just grab data and just display it within
Yeah,
Decentraland. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
And so talk about these individual tiles. They're an object in the game,
Yeah.
and then you're basically controlling that object with different colors.
Correct.
And so now what you can do is you approach this graffiti wall, we're calling it, and once you approach it, there's an interface that pops up one day.
It should have popped up by now, right?
Yeah,
Close enough.
and I think it's because it's probably
Let me go in there.
it's probably still loading. Well, there it
Yeah,
is.
they're loaded up.
So when you guys play for real, you're not you're
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
experience this slowness.
I loaded up pretty quick.
It's
Yeah.
instant.
Click 10 mana. All right, I'm clicking. And then a phone pops up. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
dope.
I'll
I
click
like
on
that
it.
Phone.
And then a QR code pops up with a code.
So normally, right now, it's for free. So that's why it immediately popped up. But once you do have to pay, then the MetaMask will
MetaMask, yeah.
pop down, and you have to submit payment.
Did you look into using MetaMask and Matic and all that?
No, I haven't yet. That's
Okay.
something we'll definitely need to do as more people
Refine
sign up
it,
on
yeah.
the MetaZone, and we provide that process for them.
So, and this little phone here, it kind of walks you through like what you're supposed to do. So scan the QR code with your phone, and then type in your code, which in this case is VY5D, and then you can modify this with your phone. So that's what I did. So I scanned it, typed in the code, I modified it, and then I drew hashtag Yang Gang.
Damn.
So then I posted that in Discord, and they thought that we got hacked and somebody posted a wall where a wall should not be,
like a neighbor?
like a neighbor, right?
Yeah. Is that how it goes? Like if we have a neighbor who built something, it would literally be like right here connected to our wall.
Yeah, just like that. If you turn around, like behind you
Oh, yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that,
we have our own neighbor right here.
yeah. So that guy's wall, he could put whatever he wants on that wall.
He
That
says-
external
Yeah.
wall
Yeah, he could put like the block runner sucks.
Yeah.
What a dick. Yeah, it's like right there, connected. Interesting. So yeah, I get why he would say that. That's probably like the easiest. Well, you kind of like rused him in a bit.
I did, and I shouldn't expect people to know who Andrew Yang is, right?
Nobody knew.
Well, yeah, nobody knew.
Like, who the fuck is this Yang guy? It's true, man.
Yeah,
I think the majority of people are like outside the U.S. who are,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
working on this.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
It has to be.
So now I'm going to the.
So do you think adding these like all around is cool, or what?
Oh, like walls on all.
Just as much walls as you can. Like,
Yeah, so for our game submission, we're gonna have that, like at least three walls. And what's cool is that the landowner is going to be able to set the colors that are on this wall. So right now we just
which
have
wall are
like
you talking about?
The
The graffiti wall?
graffiti wall.
like if you just, keep it going all around the whole perimeter of this floor.
Oh yeah.
That way, you could
Yeah.
have one art here, another one here, another one here. You have a bunch of different arts going up at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
And so the idea we haven't.
It'll look like a playground. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah.
tagged up and shit.
So
Yeah,
the
pretty
idea
cool.
is that you'll be able to go to anybody's land that's running the graffiti wall, and you can tag it up.
Mhm.
Now it's up to the landowner to say tagging this wall is completely free, or charge 10 mana or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the landowner will have a list of all the people that tagged it. So
Could even have a tagging competition one day.
yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be freaking dope
So
for
vote.
artists.
People can vote.
if you increase the resolution of that
Players
wall,
can vote.
does that cost in objects in the scene? Because you can only have so many objects in a.
Yeah, the landowner will be able to adjust how many pixels he wants on. Because right now it's a 16 by 10. So however many pixels that is, and each one of those pixels is 0.5 meters, so half a meter. So the landowner, we can demonstrate this, but we kind of did a lot of that last time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You would just pull up that same editor that we have and adjust to make it whatever you want it to be. But yeah, each additional pixel, like if it was a 17 by 10, then yeah, it's a whole bunch more pixels. So there's a cost associated to that because there's a limitation to.
Dude, why am I naturally like a dick? Like I saw one, my instinct was I want to go up and push him, like make him fall for some reason. I don't know why. That's like my instinct in this game. It's like I want to push people, but I can't.
So now tell them about this
Okay, so what
fun little thing.
I'm walking through is a maze that we manually created on
Yeah.
the same interface, on a very similar interface that we created with Graffiti Wall.
Yeah.
But what this is doing is creating a maze, and so we're building a life-size version of Pac-Man that we're calling Pac Runner.
Pac-Man, yeah. Same game mechanics, just like in a
Yeah, it's not
three-dimensional
it's
layout.
not exactly the same.
It's not exactly the same,
Yeah.
But
but the idea is there's an
it's
entity.
an homage to that game.
Yeah, an homage.
But it's actually more like it's totally different, right? Because
Yeah,
I
it is
think
totally
these walls are gonna be not so transparent, so it's gonna be like
Yeah,
you don't know where the fuck you're going. In Pac-Man, it's 2D, so you can see
True.
the whole course.
That's right.
This is like a maze,
Yeah.
with Pac-Man, spooky ghosts,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I made these walls as clear as it is, so I guess we were going to talk about, today,
Uh-huh.
design-wise. So should they be solid, or do you want some to see through?
I like solid, just like,
Can
yeah,
you-
because that would
I think solid is the right way to go because you want to surprise the player that
Yeah.
there's
like
there's something
yeah.
after them.
I'm literally standing here and I could see the exit through the wall.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true. You don't want to see the ghost coming, so you know
don't- that
exactly.
too.
It's
Yeah.
like wall clipping,
Yeah.
like you can see. Yeah,
You want that surprise element. Like I'm walking and then I turn the corner and it's like, oh shit, the ghost.
Yeah.
I gotta turn around and run away.
yep, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So we'll make them solid. I
Yeah.
can probably do that right now, and you guys can test it out.
Yeah, try that. See how that looks. And I think that'll be a lot more interesting because
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get lost.
we'll
Once
definitely
it's
get
solid,
lost.
But that's the whole point. You're
Yeah.
supposed to get lost.
True. Yeah, and the idea is that you'll need to collect all the orbs. Otherwise, if you don't collect them before the end of the round ends, maybe it's like 2 minutes, maybe it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then you lose. So that 10 mana that you'll probably have to pay in the front, you will not get to go on to the next map.
Yeah,
Or
and we
you
have the
just pay
same like game mechanics too, right? You
Leaderboards. And
leaderboards, daily leaders, and I guess are we doing pots on this?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool because we can have like a tournament event, or not a tournament, but an event where people go and they stand on top of you. on the floor above looking down at you, and they can see you run around and like avoid this ghost.
Yeah.
Let me see how that looks. I'm gonna go above you.
Yeah,
Or
we
you go
went-
above me,
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
and then I'll run the course.
And I'll modify the alpha channel.
Dude, you guys look like straight out of freaking The Matrix, both y'all, dude. Fucking
We've gotten comments on that.
Really?
At least I did.
Jesus Christ, you guys, yeah, like those, like in the first one, like
Yeah.
We should all have
Remember?
the same clothes on, like
yeah.
in the in game. So I think
We should have gone with all the names like Morpheus and Neo and
yeah, that would have been cool.
Epoch.
APOC, hell yeah.
Shit.
All right, you see me? Well, you see my name, I just can't really see me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna deploy this update.
Okay.
And you guys can refresh. Hold on.
And maybe like have the walls not as tall, maybe half as tall.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
We'll see what it looks
Yeah, let's see how it looks.
once it's filled out.
I
right
figured
now.
they would be tall because of the jump height that we're gonna increase for the
That's
block
true.
runner.
That's true. Good point.
So, let's see.
Yeah, so eventually Decentraland is going to give control to the scene on how high you can jump. Because right now they lowered the height, like globally, which screwed up our game and many other games. But they've already said that they're going to allow the scene to control the gravity.
And supposedly you'll be able to fly, and the scene can control that.
Yeah.
So,
Which, if we got the control, it doesn't matter if you can fly.
yeah. So I'm just testing. What did I test?
Live
Yes.
programming, dude.
Solid
This is like
wall.
next level shit.
Yeah, and we wanted, I don't know, we want to kind of document everything just so, we have a history and record of all this stuff.
So
Yeah,
now
for
I'm
sure,
gonna
for
run DCL deploy onto the 2x2. Click yes. And my MetaMask will pop up to confirm. So,
Your MetaMask.
Yeah, because you gave me access to my Ethereum address.
Damn.
So any little change you make, you have to like.
Re-sign it and redeploy it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You're not
That-
actually
and that's
spending anything.
this like 3 seconds that I did. That I'll charge you like 10 hours for that.
Motherfucker. You're
And
fired.
you have absolutely no control because like
Yeah, and that's what they do, man.
yeah, it's good business. So it's updated now. So now if
Okay.
you refresh it
Oh boy.
for these types of modifications, like you'll need to refresh it completely.
So for the graffiti wall, you won't have to refresh, right? It'll automatically update.
Yeah, it'll auto update. I haven't added it just yet. I was hoping to do that during the podcast.
Yeah, because imagine you tag a wall,
But that's
you want to
pretty tough.
see your tag as soon as you're done tagging, right? As soon as
Well,
you save it.
You're doing it on your phone
Yeah,
or any kind of device, really.
any device, iPad,
And then you have to
whatever.
hit like finished, and then
And
that's
save.
when it updates.
Yeah.
It's not like live, like it while
Nah.
you're drawing it. Okay.
Yeah, just only because that code that you bought a code, that 4-digit code or 4 characters. You can only submit once for that code. So if you're live, like maybe that's not the one that I wanted to submit,
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like that.
Oh my god. I can see the glasses.
You spawned inside of
Yeah, I'm inside.
Oh, there you are.
My own head.
yeah.
Do you too?
Yeah.
There's my beard. The mustache.
You got like a porn stash going, dude. What's going on?
So how fast are you loading?
I'm loaded, but my dude won't move.
So click enter. Yeah, that's another bug. And now click yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Where like if you refresh it, like
Shit.
you can't move, so you have to press enter. Another
You're not loaded? Oh, shit, you're not even close.
Decentraland bug.
Yeah, I'm loaded. I'm running up.
I wonder if the game already knows that there's a ramp here. So let's see.
No.
No.
Only when it appears. But yeah, it should be solid walls now. Is that what we're looking for?
Dude, our neighbor's music is actually so chill.
It is, right?
Oh, damn. This makes so much different. Whoa, dude.
Dude, I can't wait
This
to
is so
see
much
it.
better. So much better. Holy shit. It's like an actual.
Yeah,
I can see where I'm going now.
Another thing I was gonna ask is, should those wall sizes?
Merge.
Well, we're not gonna merge them yet. We will need to do that to make it more optimized in the future.
Okay.
But
Yeah, this is perfect.
those are
dude.
1 by 1 like squares,
Yeah, correct.
rectangles.
And it's because of the editor.
1 by 1 by 10.
It should feel like claustrophobic like this.
So
though. I
if
like
you
it.
just the editor, like the actual JSON code inside of it,
Yeah.
then you can make it like 2x2 instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the fly. And
Oh, that's cool.
if I had the auto refresh, then
So
you wouldn't have to
in
refresh the
your-
browser tab.
in the game that you're designing, did you intend it to only be a 1x1?
I'm building it just to test if a 1x1 works.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this size is
And
1x1.
I mean, whether it's a 1x1 or a 4x4, you just scale it.
Yeah,
Right? It's not a big deal.
The owner can scale it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything. You're gonna do that.
Right. Right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, and then it doesn't really cost you anymore. Like the landowner who has a 4x4 could deploy a giant pack runner game.
Yeah, and only the creator is gonna have a little bit more control. Like maybe the creator doesn't like the creator of the game.
Oh yeah, they don't want a 4x4 because it breaks the game. Maybe.
Right, exactly. Because the score mechanics and all that, all the orb count
Yeah.
per map is gonna be ruined.
Yeah, because if
It's
we're
different.
applying the same leaderboard and like pop mechanics to this game, like as a block runner,
Yeah. And there's
we
got to
can-
be
it
some
has
rules.
there has to be like some
Dang.
staticness to it to remain competitive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm scared to go in there, man.
And those colors are
Dude, check me out. I'm like a fucking bouncer, dude. This looks like a club. This is badass.
Dang.
All right, well, get in there. Go get a bitch.
gave you access. Those colors are also on the
Damn.
editor. So
Yes.
you can adjust the colors as well.
Dang, that's cool.
You can see
man.
below you. It's kind of cool.
See, that red wall's not supposed to be there. That's one little glitch we got in the editor. We gotta work
Wait,
out.
You can.
That's
modify
true,
it.
right?
Well, I hold on.
And
let me
no,
see.
and I'll show the audience kind of like
Yeah,
what it
you
looks
should
like
do
too.
it.
Yeah, if we refresh on this, that's why that auto refresh is so important.
But it's much better with.
I was
these-
hoping to have that done
solid
before
walls,
this
right?
podcast.
Oh yeah, it's way better.
Yeah,
Not knowing like what's around the corner.
exactly.
Maybe you should put like a sound within like the little monster that we have chasing you, but the sound is so small in its area that you hear it only when it's like close by. Like
So you
if
can
he's
tell
on
it's
the other
coming?
side, like it's quiet, you feel safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like an anxiety-inducing
Mhm.
sound.
we need to turn off the music too from the block runner because it like ruins the whole spookiness.
True, we're gonna
You know
have
what I mean?
different music.
Yeah, this is kind of like I could see this being kind of scary. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe get rid of the disco themed colors.
Yeah, we could change those.
Make it like
colors,
black
too.
and red or something.
Yeah.
Make it
yeah.
like really. Halloween's right around the corner, dude. It's like perfect
Oh
timing.
yeah, it's
We
true.
can make this like a
Amer-
Halloween.
American holiday.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
an
yeah.
American shit. Nobody gives a shit about your Halloween,
Dude,
man.
but now we can share our American Halloween
Yeah.
fucking experience. We can make it like super spooky, like a little.
Yeah, and there is a ghost in the game, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I really gotta work on that ghost. Though he's not very scary right now. He's like more cute than scary.
it's
Or
got
when
some
I've shown it to,
it's
like,
got
oh, it's
some
adorable.
angry eyebrows, at least.
Oh,
All right, so let's show everybody like how we got this map going. So to get to the area and the meta zones, you go to your list here and you click on your zones, right? And then once you have the game deployed on your
And
zone,
Just to be clear, that zones, what you just clicked on, that's all the zones. Your zones are actually in your account,
oh really?
and then you have to have the right Ethereum address. And
Okay.
you could copy it and save it into your profile, but either way, we can
so
demonstrate
then
that
to
next time.
get to my zones, I would have to go to account and
Yeah.
then click on my zone, and then that's how.
yeah,
I
we
get
can
to-
we can rename it to my zones. But yeah, the account will have all your creations, all your zones, and all the games that you've played recently.
That's true. Okay, that makes sense. So then here I have Pack Runner deployed, and then there's
Since you're the owner,
yeah.
you can click on those buttons.
So I can edit like kind of the rules of the game here, or I can edit the map of the game. So I click on the map on the right side, and then there's the map.
yeah, that's basically like you draw your own track. I don't know what happened. That middle red line just like
It just always appears, right?
yeah, we'll fix that. But the pink line is pretty much like what I drew as like the course. The blue squares is like what you're stepping on.
Yeah.
You know, there you go.
So there, I just open up the map,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and so as soon as I hit save, eventually it'll just
Auto update.
Populate. Yeah.
populate.
Yeah.
And then you can create your own custom experience. But see, I guess the idea down the line is to leave this like open for the community to come up with like their own badass maps. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a contest, like who can come up with like the coolest, like craziest course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like the graffiti wall is,
Yeah.
basically public for anybody to adjust it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make this map editor for Pack Runner and allow the community to submit their own creations.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have
And
more.
Eventually, we'll review each creation and add it into the rotation, like because it'll be every 5 minutes the map will rotate to a different map,
Yeah.
and then the game will start again, and you have to recollect the orbs again, and that's how your score gets higher and higher. So we can add it into the rotation if it's a good map.
Mm.
And so, will there be a max map count?
That's a good question. Like, think about it. Like, it could just.
So this map is stored in the back end.
I guess if we have leaderboards, there should be a set amount of maps, and those leaderboards
Yeah,
are
so-
specific to that.
Yeah, because we
Set.
want to make sure that the game is like actually achievable, right? You don't want a map where the whole wall is closed off and then
Right.
you automatically lose.
Yeah, and that's what the vetting process will like get rid of. Right now, these are rectangles, but eventually I'll modify it where it's actually squares.
Squares,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And I think it's gonna get bigger, right? Because right now this is like a 1x1,
Yeah, and that's 16 by 16.
16 by 16.
which is a 1x1, right?
yeah,
But we have a 2x2 amount of space to do
Correct.
this on, right?
correct.
Or not exactly a 2x2 because you got to make space for this ramp, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
That's what you could
This-
adjust
we gotta
right
leave,
now.
Yeah, we gotta leave this space open or something.
So right now those are 1x1s, and if you look at, let's see what value. Oh yeah,
I can zoom in.
it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little wonky.
Because it's actually 16 by 16 is the plot size.
Yeah.
And that's distinguished by bounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then 16 by 16 is the width and height of the tiles. So
Mm.
basically 16 by 16 tiles inside of a 16 by 16 area.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted the same area, so one plot, but increasing the width of the blocks instead of being 1x1,
Mm-hmm.
then you would reduce the editor to
Yeah.
8 by 8, and
Yeah.
then you'll have less
Yeah, correct.
bigger chunks of blocks. So if you do that,
And then not only that,
the editor will modify and
you can change the colors here. I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
Yep.
So these are just arbitrary choices: blue, red, green, and pink.
Yep, exactly.
Or purple. What is that?
Purplish pink. Yeah, I don't know.
And
But
then
yeah,
here's the actual like.
The landowner will be able to
Matrix.
change the colors, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So
How many ghosts are gonna be in this bitch? We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because even though we have the same map rotation and different landowners have different, the landowners could at least change the wall colors.
yeah, for sure. At least make it unique.
Yeah, make their own unique colors. So yeah, let's make the walls like white, like 2x2. So adjust
Oh,
it
yeah.
to 8x8.
Could theoretically, like they have this game, could they apply their own 3D?
Not the bounds, because that'll reduce the plot size.
Yeah, I'm not on.
No,
the
that
bounds.
wouldn't work.
You
Like-
are unbounds. Like
Oh, the editor.
yeah, has all the data. That's because we're admins, so we see all that stuff. But eventually, in the future,
So this one.
the creator will be able to adjust these things specifically. Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, it might reset the whole map.
Do you think you'll be able to add like your own like 3D content? Like say like around one of these corners, you want like just a bunch of floating bats. You know, let's say that like somebody made that on our web app as like content you could purchase and apply
Oh.
to your scene. You
Yeah,
know,
that's a good
just
question.
to add like
Switch
more
out
unique
the-
shit.
So you could switch out the ghost, or have
the
a
ghost
ghost
will
and a bat.
Yeah, or you could switch that out, or just for looks, right? You just have like some bats like hanging out up there.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like
we could do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know necessarily us.
aesthetics.
Yeah.
We should do that, but
Yeah.
could like a landowner just go to the app, look at the marketplace, and see whatever they could put like I said, it's Halloween around the corner. They might want
Yeah.
to decor their land.
Yeah, for
with
sure.
like pumpkins and skellies and shit. That'd be pretty dope,
So
actually.
you saved that?
I'll save it. Okay, now it's saved. And
Yeah.
then, whenever this is done, as soon as it's saved, it's automatically populated.
Yeah, in the future.
So what? Yeah,
That's why I wanted to get this done before the podcast.
So what happens? So what happens if somebody's standing inside the game, and it automatically updates?
So the game is going to push everybody out once the round ends anyways. So
Okay.
that's probably what will happen in the very beginning. Everybody gets pushed out. Just like the block runner pushes you. Like we'll just turn off the walls, push everybody outside, and then restart the map.
Maybe
like push
it
them
starts
off
with
the
a
whole platform.
Yeah.
sphere. Maybe a sphere that grows and then just pushes everybody out.
Yeah, I was thinking like a sphere or a pyramid, but I don't know. There's some I can't remember limitations. But yeah, rectangle that pushes everybody out, just like the block runner.
All right, I'm gonna refresh.
Would you actually see it?
Yeah,
Or would it be like invisible? You just like
we could
getting
make it
pushed.
invisible,
Just
or
like,
we see it.
Whoa, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like getting pushed off.
No, you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Maybe like the ghost just expands and pushes
Just
everybody
gets
out.
huge. Just turns into flubber. Just turns it into a big square.
Yeah, and what's cool is that you can be below the game or on top of the game. That's what I was gonna say. If you have those bats hanging down and you're on top of the game, on the second floor, looking down into the game, you'll see those bats kind of in the way.
Do you see this thing? What is that? It's like a random
bats?
pixel, dude.
I think that's Williams'
Oh, it's like a name tag or
name
something.
tag, yeah,
He's like not
That's-
there though.
That's still there.
Like lingering name tag, dude.
Yeah, because he restarted.
Wait, you guys were talking about bats?
Well,
Yeah, it's
I posed the
decorations,
question
basically.
like say somebody else gets this game on their land. It's exactly how Oscar made it and designed it, but they want to customize it. Like you said, you could change the color of the walls, but you could also add in
Like a theme, basically.
or like you turn a corner that's a dead end, and then you could put like a hanging body or something there,
Oh yeah.
just to freak people out. You
Yeah.
know? Like Oscar didn't do that, but maybe the landowner bought it for like 200 mana and then deployed it like in
Yeah,
the right
it's
spot.
true.
Is that possible? Is what I'm asking.
That is, but it'll be there if the map changes that same odd location of that dead body hanging.
Oh, it might not fit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
the map
huh?
would change. So
Yeah, so
They
you
could
might not
do.
be able to do that then.
yeah, you can decorate the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Like the corners will always be there.
Ooh, I want to look at it from. Ooh, hell yeah, it looks way cool.
Yeah, on top.
Yeah, see, like keep this floor transparent so you can like look down and see everybody running around. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many people could play this? Simultaneously?
I think I don't know. That's a good question. It's like
Yeah.
how many people
Cool.
can play the block runner simultaneously? A good amount, right?
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Yeah, everybody's orbs will be their own orbs,
Yeah. So it's not like you're competing amongst each other
Yeah.
for orbs.
but the
You're,
ghost.
You're competing at time essentially. Like
But
who
the
could do it
ghost is like the
quickest.
wall. That would be synced.
Yeah, that's. I never thought about.
Actually, you're right. It can't be.
I mean, we will sync the ghost, but technically, how to do that? That's a.
Yeah. I know. I don't think you should sync the ghost.
Well, you should because everybody should run away from the same object, just like everybody runs away from the same wall.
Yeah,
That's-
but yeah, I guess.
It's just gonna be technically hard to do. Like the path that the ghost takes has to be
Has to be the same.
yeah for everybody.
And then, but people enter at different times, so the ghost could be ahead of them, and sometimes the ghost is behind them.
I guess it won't be that hard to sync
It might not be
because
Regardless, it's
the
still
back-
gonna
because
look
the
the
map is the same for
Yeah,
everybody.
The server knows the map, so it can just run the script of it walking and then
Yeah.
just send that to everybody.
So is there gonna be like a load, like a whenever the map refreshes, it's gonna be like a countdown timer or something for people to like get ready, prepare?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
be like a minute countdown. It's like get
Yeah.
ready,
Yeah.
bitches.
What's crazy?
A siren.
What's
Yeah.
ridiculously crazy is that we have to do all this before the game jam ends.
Which is what, like next week.
Next week?
Yeah,
No,
the-
on Monday next week.
Monday next week.
Next week.
Okay.
So 7 days.
Fuck,
So it's grinding time.
dude. Cristo, make Cristo help you, bro. Holy shit. But dude, I think it's gonna be worth it if you pull it off though, because this looks already
You-
promising beginnings.
You think?
This looks
You
pretty
think
cool.
we'll win? What do you? Well, leave it in the comments, guys. We're gonna post
Yeah.
this video before Decentraland
Before
Game
the
Jam
actual game jam ends. So
ends and before before we actually finish it too.
I just don't know what these judges are expecting, man. Like, because like I said, you go to the Game Jam website, like they say interactivity like a million times. Like they really want to see interactive. So what is their definition of interactive? You know what I mean?
I think if you find it fun,
that's what I would go for,
and it's easy for you to play.
Yeah.
Then and actually want to replay it, like that's the big one right there. The replayability. Because a lot of creations are one-time games. Like you play it and you don't want to play it again. But we're trying to create a replay.
Yeah, dude, if you have like new maps every time.
This is all coming from my game development background. Like that's why we're designing it this way.
Maybe
this is actually my OG my $1.5 million game. So.
Oh yeah.
Packball.
I think the last thing we need to do for the submission is put like a huge sign for each submission that gives you the rules and
description of how to use
sign?
it.
Yeah, or like that one. Remember that puzzle game? It's just like a little screen popped up at the bottom right corner.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that, right?
Yeah.
Or do you think a sign looks better?
I was thinking about that.
You could do a sign.
A static sign just because it's easier.
A sign that you
pop
click
up on the HUD. You know, for the graffiti wall, like an explanation, like that.
Yeah.
The phone, it could have been stuck on your screen. But I decided not to go with that route, and it's like in-game instead.
I think a sign in-game is better.
Yeah.
I like the like I said, interactivity. Like anything you can click and like something pops up, the better.
Okay.
Like, that's perfect right there.
Yeah.
If I was a judge, like, dude, that was so interactive. That's what I would say.
That's the most interactive I've seen in all of Decentraland.
Push a button and like something else pops up.
And also the leaderboard for the block runner, when we submit it in the preview link for the judges to look at, that leaderboard is live, right? When they play, that leaderboard gets updated.
Yeah.
Globally.
Yeah, that's true. We will actually see judges
play
the game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Not going to be anonymous. You got to get a good score, judges.
So you're going to submit each individual like platform as like its own thing.
Yeah.
Instead of like the whole experience of the block runner tower, like this is it.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah,
Maybe we should.
They're all separate.
All separate.
And then on here, you can come and visit and try them all.
That's true. Let's do that.
This is our demonstration 2x2.
Yeah, because I heard somebody ask in Discord, can we submit multiple?
Yeah,
and they're like,
I saw that.
They're like, hell yeah, you can. You know. But I'm just wondering, like, do we want to pitch like we're building like you said, like an ecosystem in a way?
Keep in mind the leaderboards and the pot payment, like the payment API. I need to write that into the web app. It's if somebody else was using it, meaning another creator, they could also see whenever a judge plays. Right now, all their stuff is disconnected from the internet, so they just deploy it. They give them the scene code, and they don't know when a judge plays. But on our system, you know, we use the payment API that MetaZone provides, and that's why we will know, you know, every single time somebody plays, because they click that button, it's as if they paid. They didn't actually pay yet because it's free during the beta.
Go into the maze.
Any creator can use those APIs and deploy that same functionality for their scene.
So trippy.
It's pretty funny, right? Dude, this fucking red wall, man, is pissing me off. There's like a whole half course over there I want to get into.
No, that's it. That's the whole course.
You haven't refreshed. That's why.
Oh, that's right.
That's why you're walking through walls on.
Oh, okay. No wonder.
That's why we have to sync the maps. Like that's the situation that if we don't sync the maps, and if you don't sync the ghost, like why is that guy running? Like there's nothing there. Well, actually, there's a ghost there.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So now he'll see the actual map.
So maybe
updated map.
Just for like viewer pleasure, maybe it is better to lower the height of these walls just so you could see more from like aerial view for the people below you. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Because it's pretty hilarious, like watching somebody run through this course.
Spectator.
Yeah, spectator, whatever the fuck.
It's got to be spectator friendly.
Yeah, because they're so tall, you can't see what's going on, really.
Yeah, that's why we made our walls clear. Like, there's a specific design for that. You want to see how many people are actually playing your game, so that entices you. It's just like window shopping. Like, if there's nobody at your store and there's a whole bunch of windows, like, you're not going to want to be there.
You want it to look like a McDonald's playpen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. See all those kids having fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is, dude. We built like a McDonald's playpen.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you see like a fucking like 20 kids in
so,
there.
So if your games are closed off, like and like same thing with a nightclub, like like
It's
why
true.
nightclub walls like solid
Yeah.
in Decentraland?
Well,
That makes no sense.
no, real nightclubs, they're solid because they don't want you to know how many people are in there. They want you to pay the cover, and then you go in,
Oh yeah,
and there's nobody there.
It's pretty empty, and then you leave.
Yeah, and then you leave, but they got your $20
and the valet.
and the valet. It's a tactic.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
But
I
in
fell off.
Decentraland, like it's digital, so you have that capability, and if there's nobody in there, like why are you gonna steal people's money? Like, oh, there's nobody in here.
Almost there, Will.
It's a
Yeah, I'm watching
transparent
you, dude.
experience that we provide.
Are we ever gonna put an elevator in this place?
Yeah, that's we're definitely gonna put in an elevator.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different elevator than what everybody else has. I guess I
Yeah.
won't
Like a portal?
disclose it.
Oh, my bad. I already said it.
It's not gonna be a portal because
Okay.
you can't even do portals.
Okay.
You
No,
can't.
but it's gonna be like
It's gonna be similar to a portal.
Star Trek.
Who designed this?
Beam me up. Yeah, it'll be like Star Trek.
I like this one. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the lowered walls, I think I can deploy that too. Actually, that's a setting in the editor.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Height.
Yeah,
Height is 1.
height is a setting. So you can right now it's at 10, so that's why these walls are so tall. So now as
So
a programmer,
let's
I
do 5.
as a programmer, I don't have to do anything, and these guys will
See,
modify their property.
Yeah, that's too. These walls are too fat. You know what I mean?
They
So-
they are fat.
But
yeah.
I know you did it just to display the editor, but I'm just saying they're too fat. Meaning like there's if you half the thickness, the girth of this wall, you have more course space. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then I think this game is gonna.
It gets harder to edit. Actually, the path of the ghost will get more difficult because is the ghost 1 by 1, or is the ghost because these walls are 2 by 2 now.
So if you make it a 1 by 1,
The path of the ghost will be super easy. I mean, a 2 by 2, the path will be super easy because it's
for the
just
ghost like
it's
this.
just- yeah,
So like right now I'm a ghost. I'm just like walking through
Yeah.
randomly. See, but there's not enough space, dude. This is all there is.
yeah. For a one, then that's why our game is like this is a 1 by 1 plot
Yeah.
of land. So this is one parcel size of the game. So that's why we figured ideally this game is designed for at least 2 by 2.
Yeah, or bigger.
Yeah, or bigger.
If you have a bigger parcel, then for sure you would.
But
want
we
something
need
like this.
to make the game because of the leaderboards and all that. The same maps are gonna exist for everybody. So
It's true. You can't adjust it.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean like if somebody else has
A 3 by 3 plot of land.
no, but if somebody else has this game, that it contributes to the pot too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. that's
Yes. If somebody deploys the pack runner on their 4 by 4, 10 by 10, then it's still gonna be whatever size the creator sets it at. So we're the creators, so we're gonna set it at
Two by two.
probably a 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Just so we can have that game on as many pieces of land as possible to contribute
Yeah.
to the pot.
Yeah. I think 2 by 2 will be fine.
Yeah, that's what we gotta test. So
Yeah, we
you
do
can
gotta test
you can
it.
adjust more than the height. Did you do the height
I
already?
did height 5.
Because then we could fill up more of the area. So we want a 2 meter bear buffer. We want a 2 meter buffer around the whole place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 32 by 32 plot of land. So we want a 28 by 28 game area. Well, the ramp is 2 meters, so we'll need a 28 by 26. So 26 width and 28 depth for the bounds. I wouldn't get too detailed because if we're gonna adjust the map, like it's gonna reset most of that.
That looks pretty confusing.
Yeah, save it and then play with it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I guess. Yeah, you'll need a refresh as well. That's where that elevator is gonna help a lot.
Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
When I was testing graffiti wall,
Well-
it's on the freaking 3rd floor, so I had to like travel the 3rd floor every single
Well,
time.
I guess the easiest thing to do is put railings on the
Yeah.
ramps
Yeah, that
so you don't
helps.
fall.
True.
Yeah,
But
and that
then-
was a question that we requested to the
And
Decentraland.
the other thing is you want people to travel to walk their way up so they can see everything.
With the elevator, you're still gonna be able to see.
Yeah,
everything,
I guess you are going to see everything.
which is kind of cool.
But the elevator is going to take up space.
It's gonna take up less space than the
Than the ramps?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean, an
you're-
elevator takes up less space than an escalator.
You're gonna get rid of the ramps if you get an elevator on there.
That's a good question. Well, the free version is gonna be ramps, and then the paid version of the building is gonna be elevators.
Interesting.
So
that's not a bad idea.
if you want a streamlined experience, you're gonna pay for the building, the better building, and we can put elevators on every corner if we wanted to. Instead of one whole side of the game of the building.
Yeah, man.
Especially as a 3x3, like the one elevator all the way in the one side of the corner of the property, 4x4, like one elevator only. Well, maybe an elevator itself is a maybe it's just floors without the elevators, and then you have to buy the elevators separately. I don't know.
Cool, look at that.
See, this is like claustrophobic. I love it. It's like how skinny it is. It's like, oh man, I get
You changed it back to
scary.
Yeah,
skinnier walls.
skinny walls. Yeah.
See, this is a good course.
So I guess
pretty good course. 'Cause
now
it's a lot of twists and turns.
Now that the tunnels are skinnier, what is the ghost gonna appear like?
That's what I was about to ask. I don't know.
It's like a
They're
It's
gonna be
like a
like
s-
cutting through the walls,
it
right?
could
They're
be
too
like
fat.
like
Maybe what
a
you do is you
skinny
do a
enemy.
calculation. It's like put the skinniest available area, and that's the max size of the ghost, and then the ghost can
Right.
scale.
But it's gonna be like floating in the middle. But it's if the ghost is only this tall, in general, you're not gonna stretch it all the way, right?
True, right?
So then it's just gonna be right in your eyeball space. Not
Yeah.
It's not gonna. You can like theoretically, if you could duck, you could go underneath the ghost. It's gonna look so not
Oh, I see.
less ominous, like less scary. Like why
It's
can't
like
I
a little
freaking
bug chasing you.
Yeah, that's what the trade off is. And,
You know, I'm like legit lost.
but what we could do
What the fuck?
is 2x2, like the same
Okay, I got
the
it.
same width of the walls, but every space has to be 2 meters. So you have to leave, which is harder for the editor, harder for the map editor to leave 2 meters every single location.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow, it looks cool. Oh, so it's less tall now?
Yeah, he made
What'd
he
you put it,
shrunk it.
5?
Just halved it, and that didn't really interfere with like
Jump height.
I can't like see what's over there still. Like I'm still in a maze, you know. Like I don't know where to go.
I don't know if 5 is. I don't know.
Five is tall, man. That's 8 meters.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
well, how does it look?
It looks less like massive, like this thing that I'm gonna be entering. Now it looks like a maze, like instead of a building.
Well,
It looks
maybe,
less like a club, I guess is kind of my point.
Just hold on. Let's
It's
see how it
definitely
looks from
better.
the top.
It's definitely better for
The thing is, yeah, from up here you could see like the whole thing now. You can see like
yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
go up there.
Whoever's
I'm
playing.
I'm barely gonna make it, and I'll run through the maze.
Yeah, I was thinking.
no,
like,
I run through the maze, right?
I was
you
thinking
can-
Well,
like-
yeah, but you go up there first. Go to the top floor,
okay.
and then just look at it.
Yeah, you'll see all the spectators above.
And then I'll run through the maze, and then I'll go to the top, and then we'll trade spots.
This is so cool, man. I like this.
Yeah, it's so cool that I didn't have to do anything.
Exactly, right? Just let the people figure it out. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I
this
stopped-
is this
I
is narrow.
I
dude.
stopped consulting. I don't do consulting anymore because it takes up a lot of time.
yeah.
Now I only devote my time to stuff like MetaZone, a web app that can be used by many that I program once. So
I could totally see like somebody cheating, like somebody's friend up here be like, dude,
Turn left.
yeah, just to give them
Oh,
all
yeah.
the fucking guidelines.
yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
Watch out, the ghost is coming around that corner. Turn around. It's a
exactly, right?
multiplayer experience.
You're gonna need a fucking spotter in order to like be the top player in this game. Like someone has to stand up here, spot you.
So am I jumping around? Am I like glitchy? Like I'm a lagging character? Or?
No,
No, you look like you're just chilling, bro. You have like a pimp walk going and everything, dude. It looks pretty cool. You know what this reminds me of? Like, you ever played GTA 2 or whatever?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
From like the
2D
aerial,
game.
the 2D GTA.
Yeah,
the OG GTA.
The straight spots.
That's what that looks. That walk is like straight GTA strut, dude.
Yeah, true.
Like a pimp walk. All right, I'm coming
Props
down.
to DCL for that
Yeah,
that pimp walk.
check him out. I don't like this though.
Yeah, Decentraland, you need to come up with a better
Like jumping
walking
animation.
up the stairs
Yeah.
animation.
Oh shit! I think I fell off the whole thing.
I don't know how you're gonna do that, but
Yeah,
it
froze.
should be doable.
Am I still there?
Yeah.
That shit's frozen. Hold on, give it a second. It does this.
You should also have a frozen animation. This guy's
Literally frozen.
yeah,
Oh damn! Error.
his thing crashed. Yeah, that's that error that you posted in Discord. So this little robot
Yeah.
error.
Yeah, I was
screen.
getting that when I was trying to visit Planet VR. Dude, that looks cool, man.
Yeah.
I think it should be like 7.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can do
instead of
7.
5. Yeah, it's whatever is close enough to look like a nightclub, but small enough where spectators can enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's
All right, I'm coming back. Hold on.
You know what would be funny is we do like an arcade version of this game where the players that are watching you, the spectators, can affect you and blind you. And so you're walking around and then all of a sudden they do like a pseudo flashbang grenade.
What the fuck?
And then you get blinded for like 5 seconds.
yeah.
Why would you want spectators to interfere? That would piss me off, dude. What the hell? I'm like
Well,
trying to
there-
do this.
There should be
fucking course.
positive interference.
Like
I don't,
what?
I don't know about negative interference.
What's a
Positive interference, like,
He's
hey,
coming.
a super orb that costs 5 was just spawned because somebody paid for it to spawn.
Yeah.
What does the super orb do?
I don't know, it just gives you 5 points instead of 1 point.
Okay, nice. But like you got to find it.
Or maybe you get an extra life.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah, just like there's some like movies that talk about like, oh, somebody gave you an extra life in the game. Is there anything
Oh, you're
like
talking
that?
about Ready Player One, right? Or
Is that what happened?
like the Hunger Games, like sponsors,
Or-
like give you like fucking
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a little floating like
Oh,
can of
that's
soup.
true,
Remember
yeah.
that can of soup.
Or
It's
what's
like somebody really wants you to succeed. They'll like pay for like a perk.
yeah, exactly.
Let's call them perks. Yeah, I always thought, dude, there's so much, but this is just the beginning. But like, I think if you go down the line, of, like once this thing gets more advanced, there's so like I'm thinking, can we one day just like pull out like an NFT axe, like a pickaxe, and just like ching ching ching, like break down one of these walls, like try and make it easier.
Yeah, it's
Something like that.
Dang.
that'd be cool. That'd be a cool power up. Like make a hole for somebody.
Exactly. Stuff
Like the
that.
ghost is about to get him. It's like you save his life by creating an opening in the wall.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It'd be very quick interaction. You gotta have pro auto update completed.
Exactly, man. That's what I was saying. This is not happening anytime soon. I don't think. This is
Yeah,
like,
not for
that's-
this game jam, probably.
No.
Well, yeah, we got a lot
See
to
me
do.
up there, Will?
Yeah, I see it.
So yeah, what's the ghost verdict?
how am I
Like,
looking?
are we gonna have a tiny ghost? We're gonna have a long skeleton. Like, what other enemy type that's tall?
I
Slender
say stick.
Slenderman chasing you around.
Yeah.
Slender Man.
Dude, that'd be creepy.
We need it animated. You got that?
Slender
Eye
Man?
Man.
I just do like a stick figure man, dude.
Well, that's Slender Man, right?
No, he's a little more.
You put a suit
Yeah,
on
he's a
him,
little
and
more
that's
detailed.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot more detail. Ghost is easy because it's like
There might
it's
be a free
ghost.
version of Slenderman game,
it.
like
There might be.
3D model.
Yeah, 'cause it's just sticks, man. And not only that, I'm sure there's even an animated
Yeah.
version.
Well, we should do something like I don't know, like
God, that'd be creepy.
Yeah, you turn a corner and it's just standing there. It doesn't even move.
Dude.
oh, yeah, it's creepy shit, right? It turns into like not a horror house, like a horror house.
Horror.
Horror.
A horror house.
You know what I mean, right? Like a haunted house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
haunted house.
Or
I
a
was trying to
haunted
think of a name
maze.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, haunted maze would be
Yeah.
a
See,
good theme for Pack Runner in the future.
That's
Oh,
true,
Okay,
man.
so
You
the
can-
objective. Okay, let me go over it like from the very beginning.
the monsters are interchangeable.
Okay, I'm starting here, just like a countdown.
During a different month.
It's like beep, beep. It's counting down, and like everyone's probably standing here,
Mhm.
and then there's probably like an invisible door,
Yeah. And it
and
allows
then
you-
like once it's done, it just opens up. Like everyone's like, "Shit, go, go, go!" And there's gonna be like little balls along the path, right?
Yeah.
You gotta pick up,
Collect
but nobody
them
knows
all.
the path because it's random. So how the fuck is there like gonna be like a countdown? Like
yeah, and there's
you
gonna be a
got, like,
countdown.
yeah, like there's like 20 balls to collect, and you got like
Yeah,
2 out of 20 left.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have that.
Gotcha.
Dang.
And then once you get all 20, then you gotta find the exit too.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that.
You gotta run out this bitch. Like, oh shit, there's the exit, and then you're done.
Yep, exactly.
That's it. Time.
I don't know about the exit. I think it's just like if you as
Just
long as
collect all of
yeah, as
the
long as
orbs
you got the
without dying.
0 in the map left, or 20 out of 20, then yeah, you'll survive the next rotation.
That's true. That way we make it easier on ourselves to not create 2 exits. Right? You have one entrance,
Yeah,
and then that's it. Then you're
That way, yeah,
Then you're
we
locked
don't
in.
have to worry about this whole space that we need for the exit, right?
yeah.
yeah.
You only need
exactly.
one side for the entrance. Everyone's just chilling here waiting to get in.
So now, yeah, we still haven't decided on the ghost size.
Lots of
I think the
about.
ghost size just make it
slender ghost.
So we have to keep the walls this fat, is what you're saying? This girthy.
So we
These are some
want
thick
whatever
walls.
enemy to walk on one cube, one tile.
This right here is one tile.
Yeah.
This the
Yeah.
Yeah,
width of
because
the
he
hallway.
adjusted it. Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
We'll adjusted it to one tile.
Yeah, that's
At 1 meter. That's 1 meter.
So just make
by
it
1 meter squared.
a ghost is 1 meter just for now.
Yeah, I mean it'll allow more maze area in.
Because think about it.
So the alternative, let's adjust it to the alternative. This 28 by 26
oh, okay.
thing that I mentioned. So 26 width and 28 depth. Then you got to recenter the game. So it's because right now it's in the actual center. So you'll push it over. So 26 width for the bounds. Bounds.
26 here.
Yeah. So that'll allow for 2 meters around the whole area, and then depth is
do
28. Yeah.
7,
Let's do 7 at least.
28.
Yeah, 28 depth. And then the position, you can save that. So nothing changed on that editor, right?
No.
Refresh it, see what happens. It'll probably create some more space.
So 26 by 28.
16. Oh yeah. So we still want
The
do the same
editor
thing.
now needs to be 26
Yeah.
by
It
28.
needs to match it to be one by 1 meter. Yeah. And then we'll reposition the game. You can click Command Z to undo whatever you did.
So now I'm kind of having some difficulty understanding the leaderboard for this game now because the map changes every time. That means the difficulty is changing every time.
Yeah, that's
And then
why. Yeah.
The leaderboard is going to be based on time, right? Like how
Yeah.
long it took you to get 20 balls.
Yeah, 20 orbs. Yeah.
So it fluctuates, right, based on the difficulty of the maps.
It's a good question. Like
Yeah.
maybe everything has to have 20 orbs. So maybe a blank
yeah.
maybe a blank space isn't where an orb spawns. Maybe it's going to be an actual color that you're going to select, and then you only have 20 of those colors, 20 of that same color. So maybe it's like black or white is going to be the orb color, and you only have 20 white tiles to place as an editor. That way the difficulty is the same no matter what map it is. Even though it might be slightly easier on a map, like maybe there's no walls and you just have to collect them all as quickly as possible.
Or like less walls, yeah.
Without
Less
running-
twists and turns, right? So like
Without-
less likelihood you'll get lost at
Yeah.
somewhere at some point. That's what I'm saying. Like that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good limitation to make it easy for the editor. And like you can't submit it unless you've used all 20. Yeah, unless you've placed all 20 orbs randomly throughout.
Yeah, we'll have to think about that a little bit. You know, just
Yeah, we have to balance it. Yeah, maybe
100%.
5 or maybe it's 30.
So now you adjusted like the girth of the wall is different now, right?
No, these are still 1 by 1 walls.
Well,
But
I
it's
thought
a
they were
bigger
t-
map.
Yeah, but it's a bigger map now.
this right here is 1 by 1.
So you should be able to refresh it before he's done making any walls. I guess there's no walls. Maybe don't refresh it.
yeah, I'll wait till he's
Well,
done.
just save this and then he can at least look at it.
All right.
And you can make multiple entrances. You don't have to make just one entrance. So now you still need to place this because now it's going to be in the center. I guess he's not going to be able to walk onto it. So reposition it. So save it and then go press back or that icon. Yeah. and then go into the editor instead of the spray. Yeah. Whatever we're gonna call that.
Yeah, this is so custom, man. It's actually really impressive.
So
Now move it just all the way to the right.
not all the way, because you just leave room for the ramp. So yeah.
that white square that's
Yeah, like
here is
Save it.
4 on one side and 2 on the other side.
this
of
white
space.
square is the size it is because of what you did in the spray can
Did you save it?
editor, right?
Yeah,
Now-
it scales.
Now refresh it.
I'll refresh it.
Yeah. So now it'll be positioned correctly.
But you could change it, right? In the spray can editor, you could like have this course, right?
Yeah, so you'll see a smaller square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy. So you pushed it you left a little space to the right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so people go walk around.
Yeah,
I
because the
guess.
ramp is on this side, and then
Yeah.
you'll be able to go up the ramp and then
That's
enter.
like the waiting spot.
That's why having a corner elevator is going to be valuable. 'Cause
Yeah.
now you don't have to have a whole ramp.
side.
Yeah, side.
Missing side.
But yeah, it's going to be the paid version of the building. And I think I'm going to make that creator money. As a
Mhm.
creator,
Hell yeah.
platform gets its own money. I get creator money.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and you get owner money, landowner money.
Oh,
To get that ROI on your purchase from a
Yeah,
DCL
man.
blogger, Maddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. You post my picture and quote on the website. Like, dudes, I made so much money off of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like testimony.
yeah, nice.
Come on. Okay, I'm going.
So how long have we been on this podcast?
So an hour and a half.
Yeah, we have to cut it pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're almost done talking about all the new stuff. I think we are pretty much done. We're just
yeah, but anyone
wrapping up.
I think pretty soon here we got like an interview for a cryptocurrency project.
Yep.
It's not 100% confirmed yet, but we're working on that. Hopefully, we'll have some interesting stuff to talk about. You know, besides Decentraland for once. But yeah, we're definitely focusing on this more often for good reason, right? This shit's so fascinating and cool. Holy shit, this is skinny. Well, that's what it was before, but then it's like super gaping hole.
Yeah, 'cause it was-
Okay, refresh it. Now I'm done.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude! Fucking A, dude. The elevator's gonna be so hot.
Yeah, that
Like-
time saver elevator.
It's actually kind of frustrating
It's
running
all-
up these ramps all the time.
We should rename the
It's
whole
stressful.
MetaZone one-liner instead of the app store for Decentraland. It's going to be the time saver for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
For creators, owners, players, now with the elevator.
The time saver for everybody.
Oh yeah, I never get to show
The
you
time saver for Decentraland.
that one game. I guess we'll save that for another day.
Which one game? Oh, that game.
Torian?
Yeah. No, save it for another day.
Yeah.
Because they're still like in early beta, right?
Well, right now they're doing like a contest beta type thing. Like if you're in the game right now, you're competing for like, it's basically like a treasure hunt, you know?
Is there something that's playable though?
Well, but I think you need to like get invited to that,
Oh, I see.
you know?
Yeah, it's like
But
anything else.
I mean, you could like just look at a quick clip of what the game looks like. It's interesting to me to see like what I told you about because this is like an actual blockchain game where like every little movement is like
Yeah.
is identified within the blockchain that they created.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hilarious to see like this little tank that's like it takes like 2 minutes for it to just move a little bit. It's
Yeah.
like, God damn, that's blockchain. That's definitely a blockchain. But in this case, just the back end is a blockchain, right? Or just the transactions and the asset ownership part.
Yeah,
But the whole game is
We'll
not.
have to see how the
blockchain.
experience is. I mean, other people have tested it out already whenever you make a purchase.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, here we go. I'm up here.
Hey, now that
so we can put the
we're
egg
talking about
on
time.
the second to last floor since it doesn't do anything.
I think
So
all the
what makes
interactive
the
stuff.
whole world around me load faster than our tower?
dude,
Like, what is it about all this stuff that loads faster than our tower?
So I think, I don't know, I'm not sure how they coded it, but I think the client that you just downloaded, it has all the 3D models in it. Like that loading bar, that's all those 3D models.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but our content is separate, you know, it's not inside of the client. that you're looking at.
Okay.
It's separate files. So that's where it's retrieving it from, and you're downloading individually one by one.
Huh. Interesting. Is there a way to optimize that?
This?
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, I did some optimizing earlier, so you're getting a better experience.
Yeah, I noticed like when I'm not in DCL, like I'm screwing around on the computer. Like my computer, the whole thing is slow. So.
That's not good.
Yeah.
iMan just walked around the whole map that you created, and there's no extra walls. So definitely, I mean, no extra path, no extra entrances. So that's why those extra entrances are going to be
valuable.
Yeah.
You think so?
A better experience. I don't know about valuable.
We'll just have like, you mean like one like in this corner too?
At least one entrance per wall.
Like over here?
Yeah. Yeah, at least one.
Yeah, because it would be kind of tough to squeeze everyone. We don't know how popular it is. It might be like 100 people like, oh shit, like trying to squeeze through the same hole.
If there is 100 people, then that's where landowners need to know that information so they can disperse less people playing the same game. But they're playing the same game, but they're in different areas, different lands.
You know what? I was thinking about like
we're not trying to hog all the income.
No, I was thinking about these tournaments where we get everybody in DCL to come like witness like an event. And maybe we have tournaments where we like partner with like a phone company or like whoever the last man standing in a given game wins like a free iPhone or whatever.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, instead of just
I was thinking
like
about that too, like
money, right?
Prizes,
yeah.
Incentive prizes, yeah.
Like we could do that at the beginning, kind of like how like YouTubers when they're first up and running, they like we're doing a giveaway. Like we could do the same thing just to get the brand awareness out there, right?
Yeah.
But then it's gonna cost me money. I already know it. It's coming out of my pocket. I can already tell.
We're trying to get you an ROI.
Yeah.
As quickly as possible.
Dude, I'm fucking lost, man. I don't know where to go. Hey, that's good though.
You're trying to find the entrance again?
Oh, that's right. There's only one entrance. I was looking for the second exit. That's right.
Wayne wants everybody to lose with this map.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you're only supposed to collect 20.
Yeah.
Dude, this is.
But so what do you think, iMan? Is that amount of tiles way better on a 2x2?
Like, oh fuck yeah.
You can.
I would put more twists and turns though.
Yeah,
but, you know, Will, he
super quick.
He just
map.
did it in like 2 minutes. But yeah, if you really took your time to edit this thing out and create like the perfect, course, you could really fuck with people's heads for sure. Get them lost and like scared and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and right now these walls don't have any textures, so it's just a solid color. In the future, we can have textures like it can look like a pyramid, it can look like bricks, it can look like yang gang,
ectoplasm all over it.
Yeah,
ghost ectoplasm,
like
a ghost just like jizzed all over the walls.
If that's what you want on your land, we can do that.
Oh yeah, but this is a good, promising start, dude, for real. But yeah, like you said,
this is already a lot of work.
It's very skinny.
Well, this actually took, because I used the MetaZone APIs.
Yeah,
all this took like 3 or 4 hours of programming time.
Shit.
I think like 3 hours. So that's amazing for programming time.
Yeah.
In what we have already.
Shit.
So now we just need to spawn orbs for white color.
They'll just be on the ground, right? Or will they be like in the middle?
Mid-air.
Like this?
Yeah.
Eye level?
Eye level, probably.
Yeah. You just grab one, and then the ghosts will probably be like eye level too, right? Like around there.
We could eventually have orbs that are higher up.
See, look.
Maybe they're a different color on the editor.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to jump to get those. Once we have the increased jump height.
See,
that's why we're limited,
This feels like a proper hallway right here. Like properly thick. This one? You see on screen?
So what do you imagine as an enemy?
Ooh, that's so skinny.
Yeah, it's a one. Yeah, this is a 2x2.
This I would like the whole course should be like this thick. You know what I mean?
So now he brings up a good point. Like that hall is way better. So now that we have it way bigger, now we can reduce it.
Have a more granular.
Yeah, so it would be you just divide it by 2. The 26 divided by 2 and 28 divided by 2.
Yeah, so I can show you what that looks like here.
Yeah, we can probably end with that unless we think of anything else we want to talk about. And I think
Oh, right here.
depending on how quickly we get this done, this probably will be our second submission. Oh yeah, the block runner is the first one.
Yeah.
Graffiti wall is the second one. Pack runner is going to be the third one, and we want to do one more.
Which one was that?
Beat blocks. Actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This one we have a. I don't even remember his name. We have a composer.
Yeah, contributor.
Yeah, contributor that's gonna assist with some awesome tunes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was awesome. You thought it sounds like anime music?
Yeah.
You
I
have
would
something
have
to play?
gone. I would have gone with more like cyberpunk.
Do you have something to play? Is it on Discord or something?
Where is it? Oh, it's on.
It's a file that I have.
It's
listen-
on Google Drive.
Yeah, it's right here.
Can
Yeah.
we listen to it?
I
Yeah.
can post you the link if you need the share.
Yeah, post a link if you have it quick.
Yeah. Yeah, while you're
But you can't give like details of what the game's gonna be about.
while you're adjusting the walls, I'll give you that link.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna tell you guys that this is what it looks like. That
Yeah.
perfect space.
Yeah. Well, because you left 2 spots.
2 spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now divided by 2, and that's the map editor we're going to be working with.
So divide the width by 2.
For the editor. Yeah, because you want less tiles.
Oh, I see. So 13 by 14.
Yeah, 13 by 14.
Yeah. Let's say somebody designs it the way Will did. Like some hallways are some hallways are 1 square thick and others are 2 square thick. Will that affect like the ghosts at all?
Well, that's why we're adjusting it right now. So he's adjusting it where 2 by 2 blocks are actually the tiles. You'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I think that'll be the right combination. Decided here on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Leave your comments if you think
Oh,
we're
yeah.
wrong.
I see. So let me
Yeah. This is so skinny.
Less blocks, but
equal perfect.
less thinking for the editor,
Yeah.
for the map editor person.
Oh, I see now. Yeah. Fuck. It's like this is
And if
this
we,
is cleaner for the ghosts and stuff, but then it like limits your your
yeah,
potential route. This is like there's drawbacks in like every scenario. You can still do a pretty decent maze.
Yeah.
yeah, and just keep in mind that situation that you created right there. That's a ghost death zone. You want to get in and get out of that.
Yeah.
Because if a ghost is behind you, you're screwed. Like, there's nowhere to run.
Damn it.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't go down that.
And that's like I said in Pac-Man, you could see where all the ghosts are. In this game, you're just
Yeah, that's true.
there's a lot of like randomness in this game. Dude, you fucked up. It's too thick.
Yeah, you left too much space. Unless you
Oh,
do,
that's true.
unless you do something about it. You can create a line. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody did that, which Will just did, like left a thick space. Well,
It's just
well,
lost-
well, I
lost-
mean, we have to review the maps anyways, right?
Right.
So it doesn't really matter.
Lost opportunity space, basically.
Yeah.
Because that green line that's just sitting there by itself, you can punch a hole, and then you can put an orb.
It's true.
Yeah, right there. And you can actually add the white right now. It'll turn into a wall, so there's no point in doing that.
Yeah. But we get the gist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it, right? Yeah, everything's perfect one by one.
Yep, looks good. That'll work for a ghost AI to travel through that whole thing.
Dang, you see that, ladies and gentlemen? We just play tested a game in about an hour and 30 minutes. And now we have the framework to build out our game mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Countdown begins. You got a week. You got a week to polish this one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, the
So
biggest
how
thing
much-
right now is I guess now we can do a regular ghost, right? Now
Yeah,
that's-
regular ghosts,
okay.
yeah.
No,
How
no,
much-
no more Slenderman.
Yeah. How much is beat blocks? Like, how much work is that?
That I feel like that one's gonna take longer than Pack Runner.
Oh God.
Well, isn't that
They're just coming
it's,
at you.
it's like a block runner,
you
but
you touch them and they make a sound.
Well, do they make a sound? Do they make the music sound, or they do, right? They do make the music sound.
Yeah, it just plays a tune.
Yeah.
So we have this music track that I think I'm gonna post on our
That'll be interesting.
private Discord. Then you can click on it and you can play it. It'll play in the background as all your stuff is loading.
Yeah. All right, here he goes. Oh, shit. There was a problem with the audio file. I have to download it?
Yeah, with these MP3 files hosted on Google Drive, I guess they don't want you to use it as a
player.
Yeah, as a player. It's funny.
Whoa.
So this is our 4th game submission, which I'm a
Sounds
huge.
good, man.
This guy made this song?
This sounds digital. I don't know what you're talking about. Anime.
Watch. It gets a little anime here. Like this sounds a little cyberpunk.
So this was created by, let me look it up, by Nat. That's all I know.
At Nat.
Yeah.
On Discord.
Dude, I'm like running through this maze. This music is like
Lowercase
perfect.
Yeah.
Dude,
It feels perfect for this game.
Yeah.
Like,
We might have a jukebox.
Now it gets a little bit anime.
yeah. Now I feel like I should be like hoarding bunnies and shit. Like it's like super happy now.
That's why it's perfect for B blocks, because you're gonna be hitting these blocks on cue.
Like happy blocks on cue.
Yeah,
See,
you gotta run into them
I would have
at the
just
right
kept
time.
it like this the whole time.
this.
Yeah.
Well,
Each one of those is a cube that you gotta touch.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's an all visualizing experience.
but how the fuck are you supposed to know the beat?
Well, it's coming at you.
Yeah, you're gonna see it. It's like
That
it's like
that handles the
Beat
beat.
Saber.
Yeah, or like DDR or something. Like
Yeah.
that. But like actually, you're there. That's pretty cool. Like this right here.
Yeah, you're only going left and right. I'm assuming.
Dude, that's fucking hard, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, he went a little bit crazy with these.
Yeah.
So I have to program every single
Little
timestamp
Yeah.
of when that block appears. That's why I think it's gonna be harder.
Yeah. Can you make this procedurally generated based on the song that you upload?
Nah, that's artificial intelligence. It has to analyze.
Yeah.
The
Basically,
notes. Yeah,
the peaks
Yeah.
and valleys. Each peak is a block, and you have to touch the peak.
it's possible, but yeah.
Nope. This is
Come on, you gotta hit them all. If you miss one, you lose.
Yeah.
I gotta see this, dude.
This is a good song for sure.
Yeah, if you're gonna, that's
guy's a
really
pro.
good for beat blocks.
Yeah, he was posting on the Discord, and nobody was taking up his
offer.
to help out.
Did he say like what he was thinking about creating? Because assuredly it wasn't beat blocks.
Dude, this is
He doesn't speak English, so it was kind of confusing. But I don't think he. I can't remember what his idea was.
and this is another thing you can add on to the metaverse too, right? Like sounds, music for landowners.
Custom.
Want jams on their fucking land.
We're gonna have a jukebox because we're gonna have all these different music. Maybe you do like one over the other.
We're gonna have a jukebox like on here,
Yeah, because
like an actual physical jukebox, or you mean like just
on the UI on this
like
HUD
down here somewhere?
Yeah, on
I
the
got
HUD,
you.
probably have a list of tunes that you can flip through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, music is a very important component to the.
It is,
For the
man.
game
Music
experience.
is almost half the game.
Like, do it, man. Go run that course and play it again.
yeah.
But turn it down though. It was a little loud.
Yeah.
It was hurting my ears. But run that course, run that music. You're gonna be like, dude, this is perfect. It feels like like it was made for this game. You know what I mean?
I think you're right, but without the tunage.
Yeah, the
sounds.
little.
What the ping, ping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the notes.
Yeah. Once that came in, then I was like, it got too happy. Like, I'm not gonna be dodging ghosts to that.
But yeah, the background track, just like the block runners, it sounds like it's all background.
Yeah.
We could add tunes to the block runner sound. The block runner track in beat blocks.
Should I play it again?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Then we'll end on that.
Yeah. So did you play this new map?
Yeah, dude, I was running this whole time. I'm telling you. I'll run with you, Will. Let's go. Let's experience this together. Get your ass in there.
Yeah, don't get eaten by the ghost. And then spawning, like, maybe we want 2 ghosts.
Dude, I want to freaking punch him so bad, dude. What's wrong with me? Why am I so violent?
He's lagging too much.
You can't experience it.
It's definitely good when it's smooth.
Oh, yeah. So you, like, just...
Why am I failing at life, guys?
Like you said, this part of the song is like super cyberpunk, and then when you look at the walls when you're like this, that looks like cyberpunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just has a certain feel to it.
Which goes with our theme on our 2x2.
Everything looks super cyber. I don't know. All right, we got the gist.
Yeah, I mean,
we're out of here.
We can ask him to edit the little tunes out
Very good.
and reuse that song.
He actually gave me that because that's what I need.
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
for the beat blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, he gave it to
Oh,
you?
that's true.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Ours?
There we go.
An empty background track.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that has been the Block Runner.
So we showed everything, huh? Graffiti
yeah,
wall.
We're now changing the podcast name to the Pack Runner. Okay.
Yeah, or freaking Decentraland update podcast.
I guess this is what we do.
This is the best blockchain
Yeah,
interactive.
yeah,
I mean, fuck it.
basically experience. Yeah.
This we have fun doing this. We're getting some feedback from people who watch who are also enjoying watching us do this kind of stuff. Somebody said we're actually like inspiring them to create, which is that's what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point. Dude, yeah, we've impacted somebody, man.
Yeah.
When the fuck have we? I've never impacted anybody in my life, not positively at least.
Positive
It's
impact.
like finally we're doing some good in the world.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Starting off right in this virtual world.
Hell yeah.
Dude, setting the groundwork, man, with that, especially the MetaZone app. It's going to be, we're going to be helping people sell their creations. Because right now it's a free-for-all. It's a Wild West.
Yeah, people are getting taken advantage of by expert developers.
And not only that, we're going to get spammed on Discord. It's like, hey, I'm selling this couch. And I'm selling this plant that I created in Blender.
Bring us your couches. Bring us your blenders.
Just upload it to the MetaZone and shill the app.
The more interactive, the better, though. Like, we want to keep it as interactive as possible.
Yeah, and most importantly, the ideal meta is a creation that can make the landowner money, because that will be worth the most.
Mm-hmm.
But easier said than done.
Agreed.
Verified by our landowner.
Resident landowner.
I gotta pee, so let's end this.
All right, guys. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, follow us on Twitter @TheBlockRunner, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Later.
Post your metas.